What you call life is just a story in your mind. Buddhist wisdom. Human beings have been looking at the world for their entire lives. Yet very rarely do we stop to ask ourselves, what are we looking with? Not what we see, but how we see. Not how things appear, but what happens in the very moment of perception when an image, a sound, or a word has just touched the mind. We believe that seeing is simply seeing. Hearing is simply hearing. Something happens, we witness it, we understand it, and that is the end of it. But Buddhism points to a truth far deeper than this. Between what is seen and our experience of it, there always exists a subtle psychological process so fast that it is almost invisible. It is precisely this process that creates nearly all human suffering, conflict, and inner unrest. We do not suffer because of the world. We suffer because of the world, as interpreted by our own minds. According to the Buddha, when the eye comes into contact with form, the ear with sound, or the mind with a thought, the following process immediately arises. Contact, feeling, perception, thinking, papanka. At first glance, this chain may seem abstract or academic. But if we observe everyday life closely, we will see that it unfolds continuously, without pause. Contact, an event occurs. Feeling a pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral sensation arises. Perception, the mind begins to recognize, name, and label. Thinking, thoughts develop and proliferate. Papanka, mental proliferation, distraction, interpretation, storytelling, the construction of an entire psychological world. The problem does not lie in contact or feeling. Sensation itself is not suffering. The problem lies in papanka, the point at which the mind begins to add, embellish, attach identity, and believe that the story it has created is the truth. We rarely see this process clearly. We only wake up once the story is already complete, the emotions have erupted, and the self has either been wounded or defended. And so we say, life is making me suffer. When in reality, the mind has painted a world and then reacted to its own painting. Imagine a situation that is very familiar. You are walking down the street and you see someone you know well. You prepare to smile, to greet them. But they walk past you, eyes straight ahead, without a word. What actually happened? A person walked by. But the mind does not stop there. They must have seen me. Why didn't they say hello? Are they angry with me? Is it because of that message last time? Or maybe they never really cared about me at all. Within seconds, a complete story is constructed. Along with it, arise feelings of hurt, sadness, rejection, even anger. We begin reacting to the other person when in fact, we are reacting to a scenario created entirely by our own minds. Perhaps they did not see you. Perhaps they were exhausted. Perhaps they were lost in their own thoughts. We do not know. And we cannot know. But the mind does not tolerate not knowing. It needs a story. And it tells that story according to its own fears, memories, and psychological conditioning. The Buddha did not deny the world. He pointed out that the meaning we assign to the world is not the world itself. In the Samyutta Nikaya, the Buddha compared the mind to a painter, yet far more intricate and complex than any painter could ever be. A painter creates images on a canvas. The mind creates an entire world, then convinces us that we are living inside it. When we look outward, we believe we are seeing the world. But most of the time, we are seeing our own memories, beliefs, fears, desires, and conditioning projected outward. We do not see the other person. We see our idea of the other person. We do not see the event. We see the way our mind retells the event. And then we love, hate, worry, defend ourselves, and feel wounded not because of reality, but because of the inner commentary that never stops. In Buddhism, the concept of Yaktha Buddha, seeing things as they truly are, is often misunderstood as perceiving some objective, pure reality untouched by the mind. But the Buddha never taught that we could escape the senses or consciousness to see the world in its original form. All experience passes through the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. There is no perception completely separate from mind. So what does seeing as it truly is mean? It means seeing the nature of experience, not the content of what is experienced. And the Buddha pointed to 3 characteristics present in every experience. impermanence. Every sensation arises and passes away. Sadness does not remain forever. Neither does joy. Even the reading these words is a changing process, not a fixed entity. Unsatisfactoriness. Suffering is not only pain. It is the subtle dissatisfaction that comes from clinging to what is constantly changing. Non-self. There is no permanent self behind experience, only processes arising and passing in succession. Seeing these three is not philosophy. It is a liberating way of seeing. The shortest and most direct teaching the Buddha ever gave was offered to Bahya. In the seen, there is only the seen. In the heard, there is only the heard. In the sensed, there is only the sensed. In the cognized, there is only the cognized. There is no I am seeing. There is no I like this. There is no this reminds me of something. There is only experience happening. Imagine you see a flower by the roadside. At first, there is only color and shape. But almost immediately, how beautiful. I want to take a photo. This reminds me of my grandmother's garden. Why does everything beautiful have to fade? Within seconds, you have left the flower behind. You are living in memory, longing, and identity. The flower is still there. But you are not. We do not simply see, we say, I see. We do not simply want, we say, I want. We do not simply feel sad, we say, I am hurt. And once the I is constructed, it demands protection, recognition, and validation. From this arise fear, anger, defensiveness, and prolonged suffering. To see what is happening without attaching it to I, is not cold detachment. It is clarity. And within that clarity, there is freedom. The Buddha compared the mind to a bowl of water used to see one's reflection. When the water is clear and still, the reflection appears as it is. But when the water is dyed, boiling, covered with algae, stirred by wind, or lost in darkness, nothing can be seen clearly. 5 hindrances cloud the mind. Sensual desire, seeing only what one wants. Ill will, everything distorted by anger. Sloth and torpor, dullness, heaviness, obscurity. Restlessness, constant agitation, no settling. Doubt, loss of direction, lack of trust in the path. At an even deeper level lies ignorance, not seeing impermanence, suffering, and non-self. From this ignorance arises craving, the desire for the world to be other than it is. The Buddha did not only diagnose the problem. He offered a very concrete path of practice, mindfulness. When a remark makes you uncomfortable, instead of reacting immediately, pause. There is no need to fix anything. No need to push the feeling away. Simply notice. There is heat in the chest. A painful feeling is arising. This is the most crucial step, creating a small gap between stimulus and reaction. The difference between I am angry and anger is present. With awareness, emotion begins to move. It is no longer a solid block. It is a process. And when you clearly see what the mind is adding, memories, stories, conclusions, you have a choice to follow it or to return to the changing sensation itself. No one becomes enlightened through a single moment of seeing. Water does not become clear instantly. It settles moment by moment. Sometimes you realize too late. Sometimes the reaction has already happened. That is not failure. That is the path. What you see is not what is, not because the world is an illusion, but because we are always looking through layers of mental construction. To see this, little by little, is the path of liberation the Buddha pointed to. He pointed to the moon. He did not force you to look. The walking is yours. Step by step. Day by day. With patience, awareness, and compassion toward yourself.
Thank you for watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to watch more interesting videos.